my channel. This is Ritika, and I think you have quite watched all three videos from Hyderabad to Doha, Doha room tour, and Doha to Toronto travel vlogs. If you haven't watched those videos yet, please make sure you watch those videos because I will be posting videos continuously, and I'm saying this every time, and I'm just I'm not posting it with some consistency because I travel alone to Canada and I don't have anyone here, like literally friends. Like recently I made some few of my friends, but all my classmates are back in India, stuck with this all travel restrictions. Somehow finally I made it to Canada. And yeah, so I have to sort out all the things from accommodation to bank account, everything on by myself. So I don't have time to post like continuously or to edit my videos, make thumbnails. There is a lot of stuff to post a video, so that's why I took this much of time. I think I should have some time for myself. Even I posted like 2 videos per week, or else one video per week. I will not leave this YouTube because I love making content, so definitely I'm not going to leave YouTube. And like me, there are many students who are coming alone, maybe with friends or maybe alone. It's okay. You, after coming here, you can find friends, you can make contacts, make new friends. But in my case, it is like I'm the only one travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore, Bangalore to Doha, Doha to Montreal, Montreal to Toronto. So yeah, that journey was quite good, and I feel like make a live video and share what happened with the immigration process and all. Yeah, firstly I'll come to the topic of today's videos, the 5 important things which you have to or sort out the things in the first week. I just finished it. I'll say your secret. And I started searching, or I joined in a part-time job on my 4th day. I have no friends or to go somewhere, explore places and all. So I didn't take much time for myself, and I just sorted all these in GISA bank account, Presto, these all in our first 3 to 4 days. And then from 4th day I started working in a part-time job, and now I'm good with my accommodation, job, and also now I'll post my videos very regularly. Okay, now coming to today's topic. The first 5 things is, first thing, once you landed in Canada, you will be getting a study permit, and if your course is co-op, then you will get the SW1 visa, which includes your study permit and work permit. In study permit, you have to check your document properly, whether you have 20 hours of work permit. You can work 20 hours per week as an international student. You have to check whether it is on campus or off campus, because if there is any mistake in the study permit, that is the only identification you will be having in Canada. So you have to check that whether it is an on campus or off campus, because once you come out of the airport, you can't do anything. So make sure that your study permit, your details, everything were right or not. If not, you find any issue, you can immigration officers are really helpful, and they will help you in sorting out any issues about this. So firstly, you have to check that. Second most important thing is SIN number. SIN number you can take in airport, but in my case didn't take. It's around 9 p.m. I reached to Canada, so I didn't take my SIN number at airport. So I am totally vaccinated, I don't have to quarantine and all. I just directly came to my accommodation. I'll tell you more details in further videos regarding accommodation, part-time jobs and all. We have so much of time and so many months. I think this will this video will help us Canadian aspirants. So there are many videos people, students making vlogs, and I saw Punjabi vlogs, Hindi vlogs, and few Telugu vlogs also. I felt in English, if I do it will be comfortable, and some vlogs I can make in Telugu also. Yeah, so SIN number, it is very important, because wherever you go or work, every employer, they will pay you on your SIN. We have to work on SIN, right? So we have to take that SIN number first. I took my SIN number on 3rd day, I guess it. So I didn't take my SIN number at airport, so I have to go to Service Canada. People say there is a big queue, but I don't know. I went at 3 p.m. Service Canada will be closing at 4 p.m. I'll just give the address also in the description. The place where I go, I didn't find it like very big line. It just took me 1 hour, and luckily I am the last person to enter into Service Canada. And the documents you need for your SIN number is your passport and your study permit. Work permit is not required, but it's better to have all the documents. No need of LOA. When I just gave LOA to that officer, he told, I am not any immigration officer, I just need your passport and study permit. And okay, fine, I just gave it hardly took like 5 minutes. I got my SIN number sorted out. You can get your SIN number in Service Canada. There are like many Service Canadas, but Service Canada near to my place, Tapscott Road, it's like no rush at all. But anyways, you need not take any appointment like in prior. You can directly walk in, but if you have an appointment, it's good. Anyways, there will be like big queue. In other places you have to go before 7, like by 7:30 in the morning. If you go there, it will be open by 8:30 and it will be closed by 4 p.m. So you have to first take out this SIN number, and I'll just show you the location where I took. I didn't find time to talk over there, so I'm standing in a line and I felt pissed off. So second is the SIN number. Third one is your GIC account. For every transaction here, you should have some money, right? For that, bank account is must. For bank account, to create a bank account like CIBC, Scotia, there are many banks. You can take appointment and directly walk in. I have my GIC account in Scotia, so I opened my bank account in Scotia Bank itself. And once you open, you have all access like for debit card, credit card. One bad thing is like I have like credit my credit limit is like up to 500, but some of my friends got for 1000. It's good to have like a good limit. But anyways, soon I'm gonna extend that to 1000 or 1500 CAD, because whatever we buy here, we use most credit card and maintain our credit score. That is really important. So I got my credit card in 5 to 6 days, and debit card on spot. I got my debit card. So whenever you wanna like open your bank account, just call, make a call and take appointment, and then go. Because for like I took my GIC in the on the second week, because the week which I want to book is like completely filled in that area. So this happened, I think it's like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you have to book in prior and make an appointment. If you don't find, like if it's too busy, just take other branch and then make an appointment and then go. But you can't directly walk in to make a to open a bank account. And you have to make sure like all the details, whatever doubts you have, you can just clarify with your advisor over there. And that's I have like many doubts about like bank account, like how to pay GIC. In India it's like okay, phone pay, Google Pay and all, but here we don't have like many things. I don't know that how to use and all. So I just asked my doubts, and she's really good. I think Lana, her name. She's like very cool, and she explained me everything and clarified my doubts. So whatever you have, like you just don't keep it in your mind and keep on thinking about that. And my roommates are also really helpful, and like if I don't know anything, I just ask them, and I sorted things like that. So like me, there will be many students like coming alone. If you have friends also, you have to know these things, right? So if you're alone, like okay, you have to do these things by yourself. I'm not alone anymore. Like I have friends, I have my roommates, I have my workplace teammates. Everything is good now. And last but not least, Presto card. Presto card, you can get it in any Shoppers Drug Market or subway stations. I don't know. I took with my roommate's help. I just went to Shoppers Drug Market. That is like very simple. You can find. You can Google it. Like there are many Shoppers Drug Markets. Your Presto card over there. And for Presto student, if you show your LOA and passport, I think those two documents I just shown. If you don't show your LOA, they will charge you for monthly pass. It is like 158, 154 or 158. But if you show a student part, if you are a student, then it will be like 128. There will be a discount, and $6 for, sorry for the background noise. $6 for new card, and I just recharged $20. Like there are 3 days left over. So Presto monthly pass, you can recharge it in the from 1st to 7th, and after 21st you can recharge your like for the next month Presto, and after that you can't do that. So Presto is really important. You can use it for buses, subways, mostly if you want. It can be like applied for all, to wherever you can travel inside Toronto, you can use that Presto card. But Go Bus and Go Train are really different. For that you have to like recharge your Presto. That fare is also 3.45 and this is 3.25, I think. Yes. And once you tap the Presto card, it can be for the next 2 hours, they won't charge you anything for that. That is if in case if you recharge your Presto. If you take monthly pass, then how many times you can tap 100 times per day, there will be no charge, because that's a monthly Presto card. And yeah, so Presto is really important. And there is really one bad experience. I think it's on my third day. I took the wrong side of the bus. I'm alone in the road at 2 a.m. I reached home at 3 o'clock. I didn't take wrong number bus, wrong side of the bus. Here it's like very like, now I'm just habituated. It's like first 3 days or 4 days I was like so confused which side, and my Google Maps is really messy. I took the wrong side of the bus, and I took two times on the same day, and I went late for my interview. I came home late. That was the worst experience. I'll tell you like what worst experience I faced in Canada. Now everything is fine. I was habituated to this lifestyle. I will tell you in my next videos. And I hope these all 5 things are very, very important once you reach Canada, and you have to sort out your like these things by yourself. If you are alone, if you're having friends, just go to every place, explore everything. And you can even doing these things alone or together is really fun. But now I have friends. I'm soon gonna take my G1 license, and to like smart serve also. I'll tell you about like for how to like find an accommodation, part-time jobs, and there are lots of content. I'll make some time for myself to create this content, and I hope this will be like useful for you, like for Canadian aspirants. And if at all you like my video, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you're a new user or like new viewer of my channel, please hit the subscribe button. This encourages me to do like more and more content, and exciting stuff, travel vlogs. I'll do different content, lots of content, because I don't know, YouTube is not paying me that great. We all for celebrities it's gonna be more, I think so, but for me it's like a very minute. Even though I love creating content, so for my self-satisfaction I'm just creating these videos. So even if 100 people watch my video also, I'm so happy that like for some people it's like useful. So if you find my video useful, please hit the like button, share button, and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.